Oh my gosh, guys, welcome back to Fruitopia. Wow, check out the first decent day. It's summer, yay! Wow, it was a rough start. We had a couple of very wet and cold days, and now we're hopefully past all that. Yeah, it's like 32 Celsius under the pergola. Now we're talking. I just love it. I love it. I love the heat, guys. I love it. I mean, come on. How can anyone not love it? So today we're going to do something that needs to be done because we have some warm weather. So I'm going to take some tools and take you with me. We're going to go and take off some flowers. Check out how the grass has grown. Jeez, it's so lush and green. So lawn mowing days are back, right? Jeez. Okay, so we're definitely not going to be taking any flowers off this mango. Yeah, we're doing the mangoes, guys. We're going to start with this one here. Check it out how it's leaning. Holy moly. Right? That started leaning like only a couple of days ago when we had all that rain. Yeah, wow, that's a huge, that's the biggest panicle I've ever seen on a mango tree, especially a baby mango. So if I hadn't tied it, that would have collapsed on the ground. Some people say, "Oh, leave the flowers." In the wild, the trees take care of themselves. Guys, they do. Yes, you're right. But this is not a seedling. In the wild, you have seedling trees, not grafted trees. This is a grafted mango. That's why we're going to do this today. Yeah. So take one last look at this beautiful panicle, which is at least 20 inches. 20 inches long, yep. Easily. This is the Palmer mango. Now, I'm taking a little risk. A little teeny weeny risk. Because the last time I did this, the mango tree died. It died. But the thing is, there's a caveat. I removed the flower panicle in winter. You don't do that in winter, George. No, guys, you remove the flower panicles in spring. Well, it's the first week of summer, but anytime in spring or well, for us it's summer because we're behind, right? We're behind the warmer states. So yeah, I think now's the time. Another good idea is to wait for new growth before one does that, and I can see something coming here. See that there? That's like a sign of new growth coming. It's trying to push because it's warming up. So that's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to remove this flower. I know I'm taking forever to explain this, but guys, not everyone is an expert. We have beginners and we have newcomers. I'm catering to everyone. So for those that are impatient, oh well. You're meant to, what's it called? Disinfect the scissors or the secateurs. I don't do that. I've never done that in 25 years. Never. And I haven't had any issues. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't. You should. Do as I say, not as I do, guys. Applies here. Right? So, one last thing. When we do this, from what I've read in the research I've done, is you shouldn't remove the whole panicle. Like, you shouldn't go down here and get rid of it all. What you should do is leave 20%. So we're going to leave 20% of this panicle. Chop, 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 chop 20% of it. Come on. Ooh, it stood up already. And then we're gonna remove this one here. And the other thing they say is to do it when the first fruitlets come, right? And I see fruitlets. I see fruitlets. There they are. There they are. They've come. As small as they are, they qualify as fruitlets on the Palmer. All right, here we go. Oh, that was a good snip. That was a good snip. Okay, so that's one mango down. Let's go and find the other ones that are flowering. It's still leaning. Wow. Well, the wind, right? Look at these honking, huge leaves. Holy moly. Okay, so we left 20%. I see a little sap coming out of the cut. There. That'll heal over because we're having hot weather from now on. No more wintry weather, guys, finally. Oh my gosh, I'm so wrapped. I'm so wrapped. Okay, next we have the okay, these guys here are just waking up. Well, this one was just planted. That's not going to be flowering till, well, probably next year. This one though, just woke up. I shared this the other day, a week ago. That's the Num Duck May. That might push a flower panicle. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, we leave it alone. Oh, I forgot to mention why we don't remove the whole panicle. It's because if you do that, if I cut it down there, it'll grow back new flowers. That's usually what happens, usually. And as I said, 5 years ago, when I cut it at the base in winter, the tree died because it was freezing. It was Alfonso. Was it an Alfonso? No, hang on. No, it wasn't Alfonso, sorry. Geez, what was it again? I'll think of it soon, hang on. Can't remember the name. Geez, it eludes me. Yeah, so when I cut, it was August 2025, the last week of winter, and the tree started going downhill immediately as soon as I cut off the panicle. So this is definitely not what you do in winter, especially here in Melbourne. Especially in Melbourne, because winter here doesn't end in August. It, as you have seen, it ends in November. Yeah, guys, November. At the end of spring is when winter ends for us down here. All right. This is the next tree that's been flowering. And this one, oh, it's one of those that it's upside down. I can't read the label. From memory, I think this is the Keat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Keat. He hasn't been a happy camper at all this spring. Very floppy looking, right? Floppy looking leaves and not happy at all. However, going from the flowers, you can see that he's still okay. He's still perky from everything standing up. And here on this, hang on, I don't know if you can see that. Right there, there's something going on that might be pushing something out there. Just looking for signs of new growth, of any kind of change. And that's about the only thing I see, looking up and down. So, it's very windy today too. Always bloody windy in Melbourne. Windy, cold. What a shithole, a lot of people from Queensland say. But guys, it has its perks. There's many perks here. We won't go into that now. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna do the 20% rule here too. We're gonna cut off 80%. Let's see. Chop. 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 Yep. It's only an estimate, right? It's not exact science. So as not to freak the tree out. And I'm looking for fruitlets here too, and I can see them. They're tiny, really tiny. There you are. Hang on. You can kind of see fruitlets. kinda. Yeah, so okay, so oh, missed that one. It's a two-hand job, but it's all right. Close enough. Doesn't have to be precise. I need a new secateurs. This one is like over 10 years old. Every 10 years I replace it. Come on, get off. Every 10 years I get a new one, and I get the best. Fiskars. That's all I've ever used for the entire time. Instead of mucking around trying to take care of this or fix it, I just abuse the hell out of it for 10 years and then get a new one. Okay, let's see. Cut that there. Yep, good cut. Yeah. I can go lower with this one, I think. Yeah, guys, I don't look after my tools because I know if I buy good quality, it'll last. It'll last. Okay. And I don't have the time to sit there and pamper tools. I think I'll go lower with these ones. Yeah, a bit lower. I'm pampering these tropicals. That's enough. It's enough pampering from me. But you guys do you, right? And if you can do it all, well done. Congratulations. All right, I think that's close enough to 80% off, 20% left on. Maybe I went a bit low with these two. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, guys. The tree was in a sad state before we started, so let's see how it does now. With most of the energy going to the tree rather than the flowers. We'll check back on this in about a week and see. We'll look for any changes. Under the ice cream bean in the shade, it's 27, 28. Yeah, that's the actual temperature in the shade. The pergola thermometer was in the sun. Yeah, guys. Okay, they're the only flowering mangoes that we had back here. The Palmer and the Keat, which both were planted exactly a year ago. And then we'll go to the front yard. Beautiful summer. Oh my god. Look at that. Oh man. All my chakras have opened up. Pure joy. Now, we're not going to do the same with the Glen because that's fully established. Right? We don't touch. We're only doing the trees that are between 1 and 3 years old. They're the ones we're doing. They're the ones that need to be done. Right? This is 11 years old, so we don't touch the Glen. Yeah, the yard is turning into a wild jungle with all the rain we had last month, November. Almost 200 millimeters of rain. Can you believe it? And now we're having the first heat wave. I'm going to be very, very, very busy pulling out weeds and mowing. Not my favorite thing to do, but it needs to be done, right? Yeah. And again, we don't touch the flowers on the established trees. When I say established, anything over 3 years old. This one is 5 years old, going into its 6th year. So this can handle holding fruit for sure. This is a seedling Bowen mango, and looks like it's gonna be giving us a lot of fruit. I'm hoping anyway. That's cool. Better late than never, right guys? So even though we missed out on 3 months of growth for the tropicals, it doesn't mean that we're gonna miss out altogether. It's just a delayed buzz or a delayed euphoria. Okay, this is another one we're not going to touch. That's also, well, about 4 years old. Yeah, it's past the three year threshold. Another Bowen seedling. Okay, but here we are definitely going to do some chopping. These trees here, the 2 mangoes, are only they're between 2 and 3 years old. So next year I won't be doing this. I won't be removing the flowers. This year I will, unfortunately. This is the QueSari mango, which has done really well, coming through winter unscathed. So I'm pretty proud of this mango tree, but we have to do what we have to do. Yeah, we have to do it, guys. Did you notice how I'm leaving some flowers on? Right? Like that. That's about 20%. Again, it's not exact. It could be 10, it could be 30%, but something, leave something on there. Something that the tree can, something that we can trick the tree with. It's a matter of tricking the tree, thinking, oh, it's business as usual. Nothing's changed. Well, there is a big change. I'm almost scalping those panicles. Okay, I saw some fruitlets on that panicle. They're gone. Missed it. Okay, I got to stand. Okay. Oh, it feels good to have heat on my face and shoulders and back. We're going to the beach after this video. Oh baby, are we ever? Are we ever? Okay, that looks pretty good. And over there we have the Alfonso. Okay. Okay, this one got hit during winter, as you can see, right? But we're not going to touch that. We'll leave it. We'll deal with this once it gets new growth. Like here, look. See the new growth there? Once the tree starts doing that all over, then we'll take action, right? Accordingly. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, there's one hiding back there. Ooh, a hider. Yeah. Oh. Okay, done. What else? I think that's it. I think that's it for the Alfonso. I'd love to cut off this this half-dead branch, but like I said, this can grow new branches off of this, right? And it can all heal up and turn green from black. Yeah, guys, that's how nature works. Okay, that's done. I'm just checking to see if there's any new growth. Yep, I just found new growth at the bottom. Now I'm trying to figure out if that's below the graft or above the graft. See how fine that is? Hang on, where is it? Jeez, right there. See it? So I've got to figure out where that is. Hang on, let's have a look. Where's the graft? The graft. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so that's below the graft. The graft is right there, right here. So these guys are just below the graft. These here are just below the graft by 3 inches. Yeah, 2 inches. So I'm going to remove these. Yeah, remove those. So the energy goes to the graft. Yeah, guys. Okay, next. Nice. Okay, be careful getting out of here. The next one that's flowering is the R2E2. And this one is way more advanced than all the other mango trees, including the Glen. Advanced as in pushing out fruitlets, right? This has got fruit on it now. It's beyond fruitlets. So unfortunately, I don't want to do this, guys, but we have to. Right? Look at these fruitlets. There's like, 12 of them, but they have to go. they have to go, and I think that, oh, look at this, that's good. That's what we want to see. Look at that. Look at that, guys. See that? That's what we were waiting for all spring. For 3 months we were waiting for that, and now with only 1 day of heat, it took 1 day for the R2E2 to wake up. It's not going to happen with 18 Celsius, guys. Today's 28. 18 and 28 are worlds apart for mangoes. Yeah, this is not a plum tree. The plum tree doesn't need 28. Look at it. It's gone berserk. Look at all that new growth. Yeah, guys, so we've got to remember that they're all different. They behave differently. All right, let's remove some of these panicles here, as much as it's going to hurt. Okay, we've got some down here in the middle, and we've got those up there at the top. So let's go for it. Chop, chop, chop. Off you go, off you go. And who else? Okay, now up here. Yeah, bye bye. Oops, slip. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do this right. Right? Actually, because it's already fruited, we can go 90% off at the top here. 90% off. Yeah. Because once it's already fruited, then it's not going to flower again, right? That's that's what I've read from the experts. See the fruit? Once this happens, it's not going to flower again from that point where this came from. That's the idea anyway. We'll find out. We'll find out how true that is. All right, next. I think there's only one more young mango tree. Oh wow, check this out. Look at these panicles. Holy moly. Yeah. This is also 1 year in the ground. Oh man. Look at all the mulch. This is all chop and drop, by the way, from the callistemon. Oh geez. Okay. And it's very, very rough. Very rough. Okay, so this tree is the Tommy Atkins. Okay, we do the same here. Has this got fruitlets? Have you got fruitlets, Tommy? Let's see. Can't see any. There might be, but they're like super tiny. Oh, there's one. There's a fruitlet. There it is. See? Tommy Atkins fruit. But like I said, we have to do this the first couple of years. So chop, chop, chop. Okay, remove all that. What else? That one, that one, that one, that one. If these are not seedlings, guys. If it was a seedling, I wouldn't be doing this. This is a grafted. All my mangoes are grafted except for the Bowen. I don't have a grafted Bowen. I don't need a grafted Bowen because the mangoes here grow really slowly. So a seedling, as I've said before, will take a seedling mango will take 10 years. 10 years to grow to 2.5 meters. Yeah. Okay, let's get rid of that. Sorry, I should say a grafted. Yeah, did I say grafted? Yeah, a grafted mango will take 10 years to grow 2.5 meters. And a seedling mango will take 5 years. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, now down at the bottom here. I've already done that one, okay. Okay, that should be enough. That should be enough. That should be enough. That should be enough, yeah. As long as the tree recognizes that that it gets a signal to redirect the energy to the tree rather than the flowers. That's what this is all about. Tommy Atkins done. I left quite a bit here on that head. It's a multi-head, multi whatever panicle. I see ants going up and down like berserk, like a super highway, doing their thing. But we don't want any fruit from you, Tommy. Unless if this was a seedling, I would not have done this. But they're all grafted, all right. Yeah, it's windy. It's always bloody windy, all year, right? Darn, but we still make it work, guys. Okay, that's the video. I'm done with the first round of chop. I'll have to come out again, like I said, in about a week and see how this paid off, if at all. Well, I'm hoping it will, because tomorrow is going to be 34 Celsius. Woo! That means 44 in direct sunlight. It's going to be 44 tomorrow for the R2E2. All right, guys. I hope that helped any of you that are growing mangoes in a cool climate. Yeah, we got to do that. Otherwise, it'll slow down the growth of the tree, and that's something we don't want here in this sluggish climate. Oh, there's the other tree. I didn't show you this. That's the other Bowen. I've got 3 of them. The KP seedling, look at that. And that's definitely what do you call it, ready to hold fruit this year, this summer. Yeah, that's almost 2.5 meters. Wow, it's doing great. But we don't touch that. That's a seedling as well. Back to the glen before we finish. I'm not seeing any fruitlets yet because we had crap weather all of November. So a lot of the panicles are dropping and they're spent. Right? Most of them are spent, most of them. Yeah, so yeah, it's windy, guys. It's windy. It's always bloody windy. All right, so we'll have to wait and see if we get any fruitlets from the glen. Crossing fingers. Last year we got 20. It was a great season. And thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, guys. Catch you later. We're off to the beach.